I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've been knitting over the years. Since looking at my patterns the other day, I found quite a few things, even things I'd knitted years ago, that I've still got. This is just a few of them, and I'll show you some of the designs and things that I've done over the years. This was a sweater that I knitted from this pattern a lot of years ago. I still have it and had forgotten all about it until I saw it through the when I was showing all the patterns that I had collected over the years, and remember that I still had that sweater upstairs, and I think I might wear it now because I'd put too much weight on and didn't fit us anymore, but I've lost weight and it fits us now, so I can go and wear it. And this was another sweater that I remembered I had and hadn't worn for a long time. The original pattern, as you can see, was a lot shorter and it had short sleeves, but I altered it for my own use, made it a full length sweater and long sleeves, which anyone can do. So for anyone that would like to know what it would look like as a full-size sweater, this is it. And it's something else I haven't worn for a long time that I had forgotten all about until I got these knitting patterns out. And I can wear that one again as well. And this is another one, another sweater I did from that pattern. Made it the body longer like the white one, but I made short sleeves, and I actually just used bits of wool I had left over from other garments I had knitted and made it into stripes. And I really loved this one, and I'd forgotten I had this one as well. So I'm going to get that one out for the summer. And it's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it. You can alter anything you want into whatever you want. There's something else I had knitted over the years, which I need to sort out a lot of the things I've got. Some of them I don't wear anymore. This was I think it's like a boucle type of yarn. It was actually machine knitting yarn that I bought by mistake that was meant more for a chunky knitting, and my machine was more just for finer yarns. So I ended up knitting it by hand. And this is one of the sweaters I've been knitting recently, but this one's too big now because I did it to an actually a 40-inch chest size, and I've lost weight. I'm down to a 36 now, so this one is quite a bit big for me now. But as you can see, it's another type of mock rib pattern. It was 3 knit and 1 purl. Very easy to do it was, and it looks nice on. This was another cardigan I've just found. I've been in my cupboards, closets, and I'm sorting out all these things, and I loved this cardigan when I knit it. And I knit it from, this was one of the patterns that I showed. The only problem is this was knitted to a 34-inch chest, which was quite a long time ago. So I've had this cardigan quite a long time, but I've never worn it for a long time. And the only difference to the pattern was I changed the armholes from, they were a type of raglan to a set-in sleeve, because that's what I preferred. And that was the only difference, but It was a nice easy pattern, as you can see. It was very quick to knit. And this is another sweater that I knit that I loved. I loved this pattern. As you can see, it's another knit and purl, knit purl, 2 purl, knit 2 plain, alternating between rows. Another one, the only problem, I knit that to a 40-inch and it's now too big. So I'm going to have to sort a lot of these jumpers, sweaters and cardigans and things I've got that don't fit anymore and put them in a bag for the air ambulance to collect. They are the only charities that I give anything to. It's another sweater. And this one I knit is a 38. And even that's still a little bit too big for me now. And you can see it's another nice easy pattern. I think it was 6 rows in each lot of pattern, and it was purl 3 and knit 1. It was an easy pattern to do, very quick. Another 40-inch, too big for me. And these sweaters were all knitted in the last year, the ones that's too big for me. But they don't fit now, but well, I can wear them, but you know, they do look big. But I'm loath to get rid of the larger sizes in case I ever put weight back on again. I think I'll just put those ones away and get rid of the smaller ones that don't fit me. And this was just a plain, no pattern on, just a little bit stripe around the edges. That's one of my own designs with the yarn I bought from Aldi's. And this was one of those packs of 4 that wasn't enough to do the full cardigan. And when I come to do the sleeves, I realised there wasn't going to be enough, so I pulled out what I had knitted and made the sleeves into 3/4. And I rather like this one. It's another pattern, 3 purl, 3 plain, and 1 row knitted for so many rows and 1 row just purl. Very easy and quick to do. Another button-up cardigan, another one of my own designs. It was fairly easy to knit. It's like a diamond shape, the pattern. And as you can see, it's very easy. It's only knits and purls and so many rows of plain stocking stitch in between. And one of my latest sweaters that I've been knitting, they're all 36s now, that I do for myself. And this cable's not my own particular design. I just worked out myself where to put the cable on the front of the sweater. As you can see, cable's very easy to knit. This is one of my favourites, one of the latest ones I've knitted. I love the stripes on this one. And this is just a mock rib, which is 1 row of knit 1, purl 1, and 1 row all purl. But I'm going to have to sort all these sweaters and things out because I've got far too many. But the sweaters I'll be putting away for now because it's getting too warm for sweaters with the warmer weather coming on. And this is another one of my favourite cardigans. This one was knitted with Aldi's baby yarn. Actually, they were large. I'm not sure what size the balls were, about 200-gram balls, and that's when I did this one from. And it's another pattern. It's a kind of moss stitch, but instead of just knit one, purl one row, and then the opposite on the next row, it's knit one, purl one for 2 rows, and then alternating, something like that. Well, that's some of my things I've knitted, and I've shown you some of the patterns and that what I've done over the years. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.